Thank you, Wayne. Wrestling's long been considered a boys-only sport, but several young girls are out to change the narrative. Matt Hausworth tells us about one local girl who's proving it's not just for the boys anymore.
I just think I'm one of the guys, and I'm here to wrestle just like everyone else. Yep. That was probably the best one I did.
Look around.
It's a lifestyle.
Boys dominate the sport of high school wrestling, even in a district as large as Liverpool. But there's one person here who doesn't quite look like the rest and still manages to perform like the rest, if not better than the rest.
I'm Damiana Racciatti, and I'm one of 2 female wrestlers here at Liverpool High School.
Look closely. Closer. You see, this is what a female wrestler looks like. And she knows what she's doing, too, facing off against those very same boys on a regular basis.
I feel like I feel more confident when I beat a boy than I do a girl, because they expect more for boys wrestling than they do girls.
It's not like she's 100 pounds. She's wrestling 145 pounds, where she's wrestling guys that are 17, 18 years old that are grown men, and she's still taking it to them.
The medals, trophies, first place finishes, Damiana's achieved all of those things in her very young wrestling career. But she's focused on something even greater.
I'm not in it to win. I want to grow the sport, so I want to help coaching. I will do whatever it takes to bring girls wrestling up.
Now, New York State tells us 733 girls currently wrestle in the state. Only 21 of them compete in Section 3 right here in Central New York. So that begs the question, how come the sport has not yet been sanctioned here in New York State? After all, 20 other states across the country have already sanctioned the sport. So we decided to stop on by to the Section 3 athletics offices. Pretty good question for one Brad Hamer, Section 3's wrestling coordinator, who tells me this.
It will happen in New York State. It just, for some people, it's just moving too slow. And I appreciate that, but we just need more girls involved and more schools that want to promote a girls-only team.
There are even programs being formed at the college level, with New York State's only team being at Nassau Community College on Long Island. Nassau's coach is Samuel Thomas, who tells me he hopes the growth of his program leads to something much bigger across the Empire State.
I just talked to Cortland, I talked to Ithaca, trying to get a women's team started. You know, it only helps the men's team. There's no really added expense because you have the wrestling mats there. And there's nothing else needed. It's just no more coaches who know women's wrestling and how to teach women wrestling how to wrestle. So I think it's going to happen really soon.
Opportunity is growing for young women like Damiana, but according to many, not fast enough. For now, she'll continue to travel the country in order to face the best competition, with the hope of one day sparking a sport that she believes can be just as popular as the boys who dominate it. Some may see this story after it airs and ask, why doesn't she play basketball? Why doesn't she play softball? Why doesn't she play soccer? What are you trying to prove being a wrestler?
That girls can do whatever they want. I've done all those sports. It's just wrestling really caught me into making me feel more confident about myself. And like I said, how it's a lifestyle, it's definitely made me a different person and made me work harder in anything I do.
Yeah, certainly a role model for young women across Central New York. Now, progress is being made, baby steps here, as Elmira College has recently announced the addition of a women's wrestling program, Matt, as early as this fall. So, like I said, baby steps, it takes time.
She is impressive, though, and especially how she explains it's affected all of her life.
Yes, absolutely. She's one of the best female wrestlers in the country, especially in New York State. It'll be interesting to see where she goes after she's done at Liverpool.
Love to hear the story, Matt. Thank you. Happening now.